Welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm your host, Robyn Zimmerman. Our guest today is Elizabeth Greenberg. She is the Director of Exhibitions for the Coastal Discovery Museum. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
We've got a lot to talk about.
Yes.
Let's begin with the exhibition, the Quilters.
Yes, so that's our next exhibition coming up. Opens September 10th, I believe, and runs through the end of October. And that's the Art Quilters of the Lowcountry. So they're a local group. A lot of people will have seen their work before they exhibit in different places, and they have exhibited with us in the past a few years back.
Right.
But they're coming back. They have taken a book about the South as their jumping off point, as their kind of inspiration for the show, and it's all new pieces that they've made for this show. And so looking at the South and taking quotes and pairing them up with images that they've made, and so it should be they do really beautiful work.
Absolutely, and it's the art quilters. So they're not making quilts that you put on a bed.
No,
it's true artwork, and I think I've interviewed someone from that group before. Just fascinating, beautiful work.
Yeah, so art quilting is a real subset of quilting, what people are familiar with that you put on your beds, which is, I would also argue, an art. Quilts are incredible, and they have an incredible history, but art quilters are this kind of special subset. It's really fiber arts, and so this group met through the Palmetto Quilt Guild. They're kind of the side children of the quilt group, right. And so they got two of them, Ron and Peg, got talking and wanted to form a group that was just art quilters, and so they did that, and they've pulled in a few other people whose work they really respect, and so the work is really beautiful. 4 of them are actually all moved here, and then Ron is from Columbia, South Carolina originally. So
now there's a Santa Elena exhibition coming, so share with our viewers about that.
It's a little ways off, but it's exciting news for us because we are renovating. It's a major building project. We are renovating our hay barn on the historic Honeyhorn property, and so this is, if people have been to Coastal Discovery, if you know where the horses are, the hay barn is next to the horse barn.
Near the pavilion, or is it
beyond the pavilion?
Okay.
So go a little farther out. So really activating that part of our property more, which is really exciting. So that hay barn, which has just been storage for decades, it's all cleared out now, and big construction project. It's going to be our new collection storage on the 2nd floor, which is exciting for us because we have collections all over in all our buildings, so we'll be able to bring it all together, really get it top notch. And then the Santa Elena exhibit. So the Santa Elena is this really immense, important story, of the Spanish in the 16th century here. And so we have inherited that there was the Santa Elena Foundation in Beaufort, and they folded and they gave us all of their intellectual property and all of the knowledge that they'd accumulated. And so we're redeveloping the exhibition, and that'll go in that space.
So what is the timeline on that,
So
Elizabeth?
It's a year construction, and then we would hope that the exhibition, it takes some time once the building's done to get things in, and it's a big project. But, I would say in a year and a half it should be open, I would think.
So what about what's going on with the butterfly habitat?
Butterfly habitat is full. It's always incredible, and even when you work there and you walk through every other day, it's still incredible every time you go in. So if you haven't been there, or if you have been there and you want to bring your kids back, or just adults love it too. So it's really this is the time of year. It's so great, and so and the butterfly gardens all around it. We have a really dedicated volunteer group to work on our gardens with our staff members, and so they've done an incredible job. The butterfly, the pollinating plants and all of that are beautiful, full bloom and look great, and so that's really nice. And then our gardens as well, we have a relatively new staff member who is the master gardener on the property, and she, one by one, she came on just to do camellias initially, which are in fabulous shape, and the buds are on the camellias, so that's
Okay,
exciting.
that's good news.
It's coming, but she is taking on one by one each of our gardens around the property, and so she's the Heritage Garden, which has cotton. We have cotton in that, which is you have to have a special permit to grow cotton here. So she's doing that. She's growing colored cotton, which is because slaves were not allowed to grow the Sea Island cotton. They could only grow colored cotton. So we have all of these things that are the history of the area in our Heritage Garden.
Just so much going on.
Yeah, there is. Yeah. So,
Thank you, Elizabeth, for being our guest on Talk of the Town.
thank you.
Elizabeth Greenberg with the Coastal Discovery Museum.